If you're learning guitar, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can stop doing right now so that you can make even faster progress on guitar. I'm also going to tell you what to do instead so you can make even faster improvements. I've been playing guitar for over 24 years and I've made every mistake in the book. And over the last 15 years, I've watched my students make a lot of the same mistakes and I've helped them correct them. I'm Jake and I'm going to share with you the 5 biggest mistakes I see beginning and intermediate guitar players make. And more importantly, I'm going to tell you how to correct them. The first mistake I see is learning scales, but not applying those scales to making actual music. The fix is to start using that scale right away. So when you learn to play the particular scale that you're working on, don't wait to apply that or think that you're just learning the scale for any number of reasons. The goal is to apply it to music. So that was the C major pentatonic scale. I would want to put on a backing track in this key of C major, even if I don't really know what the chords are, or even if I don't really know what I'm doing with it, and just use my ear to help guide what notes I play to start playing a beginning level solo. The second problem I see is not playing for or with other people. I get it. When we start out, we're nervous to play. We feel like we're sloppy and like we could be so much better. We even see ourselves getting better really quickly. So why would I agree to perform now? It's important for 2 main reasons. The first is it gives us a specific, tangible goal. It's much harder to bounce around from song to song to song in your practice session if you know you've got to play Horse with No Name this Friday at an open mic in front of all your friends. The second reason is because you can film that and you can use it as progress. You just prop your phone up, take a video of yourself playing, and you can see how far you've come. You can use that as something to go back to for motivation when you're feeling a little down about your progress a month or 2 months or 6 years from now. Now, don't worry if there's no open mics in your area or there's not something that you're working towards playing some big show. You can even just commit to a friend or 2 and say, hey, I'm working on this song. I'd really love to play it for you and hear what you think of my progress. It just gives you a goal to shoot for and a benchmark for your progress. The third problem I see is not memorizing music. Now, don't get me wrong, starting with a chords over lyrics sheet or a tab is perfectly fine. Yes, it's great to learn music by ear, but sometimes we need those visual aids. The problem is when we come to rely on them and we have a big old book of songs we know, but we only know them if we have the music. You don't really know a song until you can play it without reading the music. So we want to get to the place where we've internalized the song. We know what the chords are. We know when they change. We know what the strum pattern is, and we can play that song without the aid of music. My favorite exercise for doing this, I call 2-1-1-2. What I'll do is I'll look at a short piece of music, say a verse of a particular song, and as I'm looking, I'll play through it. Then I'll do that again, trying to note anywhere that there's a tricky spot. That's my first 2. Then my 1 is I turn that music over or I minimize the window and I play it without the music, without the visual aid. The next 1 is I flip that over, I open the window again, and I play it with the music, looking at it again to see if there's anywhere that I made a mistake that I can notice and correct it. Finally, I finish up with 2 more repetitions, not looking at the music. So it's 2 looking, 1 not, 1 looking, 2 not. That's always helped me memorize music, and I like to do it in shorter chunks, maybe a verse and then a chorus, and then I'll put that together instead of trying to do the whole song all at once. The fourth mistake I see is learning all alone. YouTube videos are great and we can find tons of awesome material online, but if you're never getting feedback or encouragement or motivation from other guitar players, you're missing out on one of the most fun and enjoyable aspects of making music. Now, if you don't have anybody local or you don't know people who play, you can join me for free in my community at school.com/guitar. But wherever you find community, find some other guitar players and musicians to help you stay excited about making music. Mistake 5 is really similar to mistake number 2, and it's not having a goal. If you don't have a clear goal that you're aiming towards, you will never reach it. The man who chases 2 rabbits catches none. How much more true is that of the guitar player who's chasing 15 songs? We want to have a clear goal that helps us structure our practice routine, that helps us decide what to work on and why to work on it. Even something as simple as deciding what scale am I working on is going to be informed by the goal I have. What song am I learning, and what scale or scales do I need to be able to play it? There it is, the 5 mistakes I see beginning and intermediate guitar players making. Now, I'm going to leave a video on the screen of my favorite exercise for every guitar player. Go ahead and give it a click and a watch if you want to improve your fretting hand as quickly as possible.